We're replacing the fried chicken for crab legs. We're in Baltimore now. That was the that was the transitional segue. We're here for the Preakness, baby. Now let's quickly go over the previous race before we go over this one. I'm gonna let the camera linger on Send It because they are the favorite for this race. You get to look at them in all their horsey glory. Last race, we had our first crown get doled out to El Congru, and they're definitely the horse to beat this race. But there were good breaks by Bucephalus, Send It, and Naysayer, and the worst break was by Haley Comet. Haley Comet, I thought they weren't going to do very good with their post. They ended up not even hitting the board. Send It held the early front pace, but they couldn't maintain it. That's likely due to poor condition. They're back in top form today, so expect slightly better performance. They were passed by Riley, and the pack held steadily for the majority of the race. Naysayer and Emperor of India held the pace at the front of the pack. Night Sky faded hard on the final turn alongside Send It, Riley, and Naysayer, and there were late runs made by Rogue Dasher, Elsai Congru, and Haley Comet. Immaculate Lady held the front of the pack but couldn't get the stretch pace. I'm going to quickly show off Riley's new silks. Oh, there. There's going to be no way I can get that horse confused with this horse. But going to this race, all right? I'm expecting an overall similar performance as last time. We're slightly shorter today. We got 9.5 furlongs on dirt with sunny conditions as opposed to 10 furlongs on dirt. I'm expecting a slightly quicker tempo due to the shorter track distance. That might change things up. If some horses, they're not really a huge fan of the faster pace, they might fade earlier, or they might try to make their runs earlier. So I'm really not expecting too much difference until we get near that far turn as opposed to last race, depending on how the positioning will look. Bucephalus II, Send It, and Riley all had great trainings recently, so expect some improvement there. There's a poor position for Haley Comet again. And at the inside, I'd have them as a strong contender to win at least. I'm looking for Send It and Riley to potentially upset the late runners at this slightly shorter distance today, but I find this unlikely. Even though that Riley and Send It had a really good trainings this time around, I don't know. But this will probably be their last chance to get a crown because their style is not really favored. So we'll have to see. I'm rooting for them in my heart. I'm not rooting for them on my handicap and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm still really rooting for Emperor of India. I think they got it. I think they definitely got it. I believe in them. They had really good training as well. They're kind of homing in on what they want to go for with this horse. I'm also rooting for Bucephalus, mainly because they have great acceleration. That's going to help them on this shorter distance. And I'm rooting for my kind of long shot is Naysayer. Naysayer is a horse that's very talented. They just haven't been getting great trainings to surpass their horsey rivals, I suppose. So I think this horse is really talented. It just hasn't had its time to shine. So your post-time betting favorites are 5, 9, and 6. That is Send It, Haley Comet, and Bucephalus. And my picks are 2, 6, and 10. That being Emperor of India, Bucephalus, and Naysayer. The board is everywhere today. Your long shot is Night Sky. Without further ado, I'm going to make sure I'm recording. He is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit the track. So yeah, the horse to beat today is the only horse right now with a crown. That being Elsai Congru. Can they do it again today? Can they get a second crown? Will the Triple Crown still be alive after today? I don't think so, sports fans. I think Congru fades today. Emperor of India is a wacky little guy. Holding his head up there like that. Expecting Send It, I think Riley's going to get the front. You know, I know Sendit likes to hold that front, but I think Riley's going to get that front. Going to mess up Sendit's tempo a little bit. Let's see how things look. Okay, one more sip of this Red Bull coconut flavor, and I got to lock in. Okay, best sent by Rogue Dasher. Sense getting in the front early. Bucephalus behind them. Nice guy trying to come up from the rail. There's Riley going past Bucephalus and Rogue Dasher. Nacer from the outside coming from the pack. Your early trailer looks like to be Emperor of India. We have Emperor of India, Elsa Congrou, Immaculate Lady. Night Sky and Center are dueling right now. Naysayer, Rogue Dasher, Bucephalus, and then at the front of the pack is Riley. At the front of the pack is Rogue Dasher. At the front is Riley, Night Sky, and Sendit. Riley's fading a little bit behind Night Sky, but they're comfortable at this tempo. Bucephalus trying to get up there and pace a little bit. Rogue Dash holding the pack confidently. Haley Comet is sandwiched between Immaculate Lady and Naysayer, and currently Emperor of India and Elsa Congrou are holding the back. Emperor of India starting to make his run there a little bit, but he's caught up in traffic. Tendy's still holding the front, showing no sign of slowing down. Night Sky is performing admirably today. You are 3.4 furlongs left. Naysayer is making his lane. There's Haley Comet coming to the back. Bucephalus, Haley Comet, Immaculate Lady. A lot of late runs being made. There's Elsa Congrou coming from the pack. Elsa Congrou, Haley Comet is holding the front. Riley's holding the rail better than I expected. There's Haley Comet going all the way. Congrou behind them. It looks like it's going to be Haley Comet. Haley Comet. Haley Comet will win your Preakness. And that might be a photo for the place. Bucephalus coming up hard there. It looks like Bucephalus placed just ahead of Congrou. And Riley was snubbed at the last second from hitting the podium. What a horse. Like a shining star streaking across the finish. Wow. Dang. Night Sky. Get your act together. Okay, so that was by a neck. Yeah, by a neck. Okay. So Riley almost hit the board, but no dice. I'm ashamed to see, not ashamed, right? The horse did his best. I was really hoping Emperor had it on this one, but I guess not. So your one-play show for the Preakness is Haley Comet, Bucephalus II, and Elsa Congrou. The Triple Crown is dead. We've killed it. We've took it out back and we shot it in the head. But I digress. These are our dividends. That's 964. And then we are going to now look at the replay. This second one will have some commentary, and the third one will just all be Haley.
The horses are on the track.
Yeah, pretty even breaks across the field this time. Emperor Vinny had like a slightly poor break, but that's his position, so I understand that wanting to waste time there. The backpack like sets pretty comfortably here. Yeah, go back a little bit. So you have Naysayer, Rogue Dash, and Bucephalus holding like front of the pack, and then Emperor of India is behind them. Yeah, so they kind of hold this position, this like general standing for the majority of the race. You mainly see the shifts in positioning from the far turn going into the stretch. Immaculate Lady, I thought was gonna get in front of Congrou. I didn't think Congrou was really gonna get through all that traffic. Nor did I think Haley Comet was gonna be able to do it either. But you start to see Emperor Vinia making his late run here, alongside Naysayer, Immaculate Lady, and Haley Comet. There's the front three we know so well, and I think they start to turn. Yeah, so here is, they don't even like really fade. They just get superseded in acceleration towards the end there. Night Sky definitely did fade, but Senda and Riley, they're doing their best. Yeah, so Riley is trying to hold on. Immaculate Lady's trying to make a good run. Naysayer, Bucephalus makes a really strong late run here. That's why I thought they were such a strong contender for this one, because of that acceleration. All right. Now we're just gonna watch the. Yeah, you can see it's kind of a slower pace. The blue means like slow, green means average, red means fast. Pretty slow pace at the beginning, and then in that final turn. Well, actually, the beginning was actually pretty fast too. I was expecting like an overall faster tempo, but anyways, let's watch the replay.
The horses are on the track.
Again, congrats to Haley Comet. That final pace was incredibly fast. That was almost like an 8-second furlong pace. These next races are going to be real curveballs. This next one will be 16 furlongs on turf. We're going to the Belmont Gold Cup, which is unrealistic for horses to compete in the Triple Crown and then the Belmont Gold Cup and like a day later the Belmont Stakes. But I make the rules, so it can happen. I don't even think I'm going to bother handicapping the. No, yeah, I will. Belmont Gold Cup. That is most definitely going to be a stayer kind of race. Whoever has the best late pace and stamina and turf aptitude. Some horses have been getting trained in that. All right. Is who I'm going to say is going to win that. So these next two races are going to be real endurance races. The the Belmont Gold Cup is 16 furlongs on turf. Your final leg of the Triple Crown is the Belmont Stakes. That is 12 furlongs on dirt. Just for reference, by the way, a furlong is an eighth of a mile. So that's a mile and a half. It is the longest leg of the Triple Crown. And then, even though the Triple Crown will have finished at that point, we'll have one final race, the Breeders' Cup, which will be, it's a classic race, so it's going to be the same distance as the Kentucky Derby, so that's 10 furlongs on dirt. There are going to be four horses racing in that. And then there'll just be one extra race at the end that won't be weighted again or anything, just for fun to see how far the horses have come. So yeah, I'll see you next race. We're nearing the end now. We're nearing the end.